Alright guys, welcome back to Underdog Painting. So in this video I'm going to show you lovely lot how I went about painting a Blood Reaver. So this model is from the Blades of Khorne Start Collecting box set. I'm sure you can buy Blood Reavers separate now. I'm not very clued up on Age of Sigmar stuff, but yeah. So I've got this out the Blades of Khorne box set. Now this model is just pretty much a man without his top on, so there's a lot of skin on show. Now painting skin for me is quite a daunting thing. If you go over to the 40k side, I always paint Space Marines with a helmet on because I'm not pretty good at painting flesh. So you might think to yourself, Bazza, why the heck are you painting this model then if it's got loads of flesh? Well, you've got to just test yourself sometimes. So yeah, leave in the comments down below if you think I've done an okay job, and if you think I've done a crap job, well, you can just all go. Grab your brushes, grab your paints, grab your model, and let's get painting. So the model's been built, sprayed, and I've stuck it on a bit of caulk, basing and stuff like that. I've sprayed it with just some black spray. And what we're going to do is just work on the skin first, seeing as though that is the main part of the model. So what we've done is we've got some Bugman's Glow, and we're just doing a few thin coats of Bugman's Glow all over the skin areas. So in this model, obviously he's got his upper torso bare basically, with just some straps around his wrist, and he's wearing a helmet as well. So you don't really have to take much care when putting this on, because it doesn't matter if you go over any other details, because we're going to be painting it up. So that's what it looks like after, I think it was 3 coats of Bugman's Glow, just really thin. And then what we're doing is just going around with some lead belcher. So at this point we're going to start taking it a little bit slower, not slapping the paint on, because we don't really want to get it back over the skin. If you do, it's not a problem though, because obviously you can just go back and retouch with a bit of Bugman's Glow. So with this silver, we're just going around all the metallic areas, so his little dagger, his sword, and he's got a little club thing that's hanging off his waist. So just paint them in with the lead belcher. So now we're painting the helmet, and we're just going to do this with Mephisto on red. It's the only part of the model that is actually going to be red, so just take your time on this little part as well. We don't want to get this red over the skin area. We're not so bothered if it goes on the horns, because again we're going to just paint them a different colour anyway. So yeah, so go around with Mephisto on red. Again, you might want 2 thin coats, maybe even 3. So next up, what we're going to do is paint his trousers with some Rhinox hide. Again, we can be quite messy with this. Again, don't get it on the silver parts. If you get it anywhere else, it's not a problem, because we haven't painted them yet. So once we've done that, we've also done his wraps around his wrist. We're going to go in with Mornfang Brown, and we're going to do his loincloth in that. So this is obviously a lighter brown, and I think it works quite well. So what I'm trying to do here is keep all the colours browns and creams with that red helmet on top. So yeah, again, just paint the cloth parts, or his loincloth with Mornfang Brown. Try and be a little bit careful as well at this point. Also, he's got some bandages that go around his ankles as well, so paint them. So next up as well, we're going to do the bone part. So we have some Zandri dust, and we just base coat the horns that are coming out the helmet. We also base coat the skulls that he's got hanging off his waist, and the one that's on his axe handle grip. And there's the model with all the base coats on, and now what we're going to do is just wash the full model with Agrax Earthshade, even the flesh. So this will darken the model down quite a lot. We're not so bothered that it's going to darken down the browns and stuff, but what we're going to do is reapply some colours to the skin, trying to make that the focal point. So we've left the model to dry, and now what we're going to do is come back to the skin. So we're going to water down again some Bugman's Glow, and we're just going to go back over all the raised muscle areas with this Bugman's Glow, leaving the wash and the darkened Bugman's Glow in the recesses. Yeah, all I can say here now is just take your time, work your way around the model, and just be patient. So what we're going to do now is just work on some of these browns. We've got some Mornfang brown again, mixed with a bit of Steel Legion drab. And what we're doing is just edge highlighting the cloth just on some of them raised areas, just to give a little bit of highlight. So next up, we're just going to highlight the bone. So what we're going to get is some Rakarth flesh and just edge highlight the horns there. So what's good about these horns as well is they do have little ridges, so you can you can even dry brush this part if you really wanted to, but just get a small brush, a little bit of paint on the end, and just paint along all the ridges, and it'll look pretty cool. And once you've done that, that is pretty much the model all done. So what we're going to do is just paint the base with a bit of dry brushing with greys and stuff, but let's go take a look. So there we go, guys. There is the Blood Reaver all finished and painted. So very simple technique, and I hope you agree that it does look pretty cool. Obviously the skin's kind of the main area for this model. It stands out quite a lot, but hopefully it has worked out all right. Obviously you can use contrast paints and stuff, but I really do like the old way of painting. So guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like, a comment, even a dislike if you didn't like what I did, or put in the comments what you would do different. Alright guys, see you all later, and don't forget to subscribe.